And there we get started. So I'm highly excited to welcome you tonight to our Monday webinar for all members and supervisors. And tonight is about how does somebody qualify for senior consultant the very first month. And that's obviously the way to get started, because with your first month 500 personal purchase volume, you reach the level from senior consultant for 35%. But more important, it is the start of consistency. And the consistency will be rewarded by achieving 3 consecutive months 500 ppv, because then you get the reward of a branded NutriBullet. And obviously, it's also the base to get started the right way to qualify for supervisor, leadership development weekend, and all further achievements. So the interviews tonight are quite important. We have on the call tonight brand new qualified senior consultants who just qualified last month, Yolanda Moos, Lemise van Reenen, and then we have brand new qualified, and we have Taryn Little on the call. I forgot here the name, sorry Taryn. And we have brand new qualified for the NutriBullet promotion, 3 consecutive months with 500, minimum 500 personal purchase volume, senior consultant Amal Ori. So we do the interviews together. Basically, the sponsor is always there to do the interview now. And with the first interview, without any further ado, I want to introduce you in a minute to Jacqueline and to Yolanda. But first, I want to share with you the magic success formula. You must always remember, and you want to write it down, is 15-10-5-1. 15 wellness assessments lead to 10 trial packs, lead to 5 customers minimum, leads to 1 new member. So in order to achieve that, this leads then to 500 volume points. And when you do it consecutive every month, you will have 500 by 3 plus 2, which means a minimum of 3 consecutive months with 500 ppv. And this shows when you have a minimum of 3 months that you're serious, but obviously you want to have that every single month. It's actually 500 ppv for life, because it shows that you always take care of 5 to 7 customers minimum. And obviously also when you're smart, you want to teach what you have learned to others, then you just repeat the same over and over. And this is how you reach supervisor and beyond supervisor, whatever goals you set for yourself. With the first month 500 ppv, you reach 35%. This is called the level of a senior consultant. With the second month, a minimum of 500 ppv, there's a new promotion coming out from myself. So it's not from Herbalife, it's for our team, and I will announce it at the end. The third month, 500 ppv, leads to the NutriBullet branded, which you get from Herbalife. And then there is a brand new promotion for the 4th month, for the 5th month, and for the 6th month. So wait for the last 5 minutes today, okay? But now we hand over very quickly to Jacqueline, all the way from Prince Albert, and she interviews our brand new senior consultant. Congratulations for that, our brand new senior consultant, Yolanda Moos. Welcome, Jacqueline, and welcome, Yolanda. Woo!
Thank you, Pia. It's a very big honor for me to interview one of my members tonight on the call, Yolanda. Yolanda, can you maybe just give us a little bit of background, and can you explain to us if you're married or are you single, and your children, how many kids do you have?
Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, everyone. I'm Yolanda Moos. I'm married to Jack Moos. We have 2 children, a daughter who's 15 years old and a son who's 5 years old.
Okay.
And what? Okay.
Yeah. So your full-time job, so what are you doing full-time? I know that you're doing Herbalife part-time, but what are you doing full-time?
I'm working for Department of Health as a nurse.
Okay. Well, okay, you already explained to us that the ages of your children. And can you maybe just explain to us, how were you introduced to Herbalife? Yolanda?
sister-in-law. Hello.
Yes, can you explain to us how were you introduced to Herbalife?
On a Sunday afternoon, I was looking for my sister-in-law. Can you hear me, Jacqueline?
Yes, I can hear you.
She was at the house of Jacqueline and Claude, who's my coaches. I found them talking about Herbalife. So I stood in, I was so interested in what they are talking, so I want to know more.
Yeah, well, I think we lost her now.
Yolanda? Okay.
I think she just came in.
Okay.
Yolanda?
No problem.
Yolanda, are you back?
No, she's not here. We see if she comes back, Jacqueline. If we take you another time into the call, and we take our next interview, which is Roxana and Lemise, and they are both together at home sitting at one computer. And this is what I always recommend to you. If you don't have a strong line, if you don't know how to connect to the internet, go to your sponsor, sit with him together around the phone or around the PC, and have a shake together, have a tea together, and just do everything together till you get the technique right. So good evening, Roxana, and good evening, our brand new qualified Lemise.
We have 5 people here, by the way.
Hey, why don't I see the 5? That's perfect. I love that. This is working from home, just everybody around the dinner table, and then you can watch and learn together. It's absolutely the right way to go. Excellent. So get started, Roxana and Lemise.
Okay, awesome. So Lemise, who's just qualified as brand new senior consultant. Lemise, can you just tell us a bit about yourself? Are you currently married and do you have any children?
Yes, I am married. I have 3 boys.
Louder, please. Very loud or closer to the microphone.
Okay, so yes, I am married. I've been married for 16 years and I have 3 kids, 3 boys actually.
And do you have a full-time job?
No, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I stay at home and take care of my home and my kids. That's my job.
So just tell us a bit, how were you introduced to Herbalife?
From a very good friend, my coach. A very old friend. My coach she started her journey on Herbalife and she gave me a call and she says to me, would you like to try what I'm doing? And I said to her, of course. It's the weight loss, which is something I've always wanted to do, is weight loss. Never got it right. And then Roxana showed me the proper way.
Okay, and your product is all to date? Okay,
so I started with Jan. And to date, I have lost 8 kilograms and 91 centimeters.
Tell us, why did you become a member?
So becoming a member was never something I thought of. I was actually promoting Herbalife without me knowing it by telling people how wonderful I'm feeling and about my weight loss and things. And then my coach said to me, would you like to become a member? And I didn't think twice and I said yes, not knowing that I'm going to have to put in work. But yeah, I became a member. Not sorry though.
Okay, tell us, how many members do you have currently?
I don't have any members yet.
Okay, and how many customers do you have?
At the moment, I have 6 clients and over the weekend, I'm going to see 2 potential.
Okay. So tell us, what are your goals?
So my main goal now is to move up to supervisor. That's the big goal. And then obviously to get myself more clients. It's really becoming, now that I'm a consultant, it's even more exciting to get to my next level. So,
yeah. Okay, so if you had to give some people some advice, how would you, or how do you currently approach people? What do you say? Give an example to us.
Well, I don't normally approach people. They approach me because most of them are my family and friends that know me well. They've seen the change in me. So they'll normally ask me, what are you doing? What is the change? You are so much you're so much more hyped up about the way you do things and the weight loss. It's evident. So yeah, when they ask me, I tell them exactly what I'm doing. Herbalife.
Which Herbalife do you attend regularly and why?
Okay, so the HOM in Mitchell's Plain. I didn't first attend. I started attending a couple of weeks ago, and it's the best thing I could have done because I've learned so much, especially from the guest speakers, obviously, and little things that you wouldn't think about, you learn at these HOM. So for me, it has been a great game changer in dealing with clients and going about my daily work with Herbalife, knowing how to do it now more confidently.
So how does it feel for you to?
That is the most exciting thing that has ever happened to me, really. Because I'm a stay-at-home mom, the only recognition I get is from my kids and my husband. So for other people or to recognize what I do, it's a wonderful feeling. I'm feeling great about that.
So just give us 3 tips quickly. What you will so far. Just 3 tips what you would want to pass on to your next member.
Let's see. Definitely, the product is the most important thing, obviously. So for me, not because I'm saying it, but because I feel it. With the product, I use it. I feel the difference. I feel great. So one thing that they have to do is they have to live the product out for themselves. Obviously, getting clients, because I'm so new at this, with being at home with kids, so socializing more, I find that speaking to people, being open about it and not being shy is one thing that I've also learned, especially from my coach. And she's always teaching me, you'll be okay. And I am okay. I'm better than okay. So yeah, that knowing that you don't have to be shy or afraid, and people are interested in you. They want to know more. So speak to them and tell them about your story and about how Herbalife helped you, because with that, I've gained many clients in that way.
One last question. How much did you earn?
I think it was about 1,000 Rand, somewhere around there.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Congratulations, Lamise. Thank you very much, Roxana. And I open the microphone over to Taryn Little. Let me see that I get it unmuted. Yep, got it. So I have the honor now to introduce you to Taryn Little. Taryn is actually not so little. She is a stunning single mom. She has one son, 11 years old. She's a business owner in the mental health industry, which she does full-time. She lectures part-time psychology, and she has now introduced the Herbalife business part-time to her overall management, what she does every single day. She was handed out a flyer at the Robot and wanted to attend a level 10 boot camp. And there she basically was introduced into a free wellness assessment, started on the 6-day trial. So over now to our brand new senior consultant, Taryn Little. Welcome.
Thank you.
Taryn, why did you start Herbalife?
I started Herbalife because I, in my own life, experienced the repercussions of how, when I didn't look after my body, that I became severely depressed and moody. And then I began to understand the link between our physical health and our mental health. And I was so excited to be able to work both in mental health and in physical health. And really, that's really why I started, because I don't think that our mental health can be divorced from our physical health.
Okay. Taryn, I can't hardly hear you. What I do now is I call you quickly while I have everybody on the line. So bear with me quickly 1 second. Can you pick up your phone, Taryn?
Yes, I've got my phone.
You have it with you? Perfect.
Yes.
Calling you just now. Putting you on loudspeaker. Karen, switch off your computer.
Switch it off completely. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah, so unfortunately we can't see you anymore, but we can hear you, and I've just opened up your picture. So the question was, why did you start Herbalife?
Okay, I've always been passionate about healthy lifestyle, and my work in mental health has really identified the strong link between physical health and how that impacts our mental well-being. And I've seen this in my own life, where when I didn't look after my body, I became severely depressed and severely moody. And I really wanted to share what I learned with others. And Herbalife really allows me to do this. I don't have to go and study another degree. Herbalife trains me and coaches me and really allows me to confidently coach people towards their health goals. And I love the professionalism of the company, the quality of the product, the energy of the people. There's just so much. The list goes on and on.
Beautiful, beautiful. So Taryn has in the meantime achieved 9 clients. 4 are actually on the trial pack this week. 3 already lining up for next week, starting on their trial pack. In January, she had 184 volume points, February 294 volume points, March 259 volume points, and in April, Taryn, you all of a sudden achieved 550 volume points, personal purchase volume. So what happened all of a sudden? It was like almost you opened up a new channel, or what happened for you?
I think there was a very huge mind shift for me. In the beginning, I was I had this very apologetic attitude about Herbalife. And it was really the mind shift came at my first BBS, when I realized that Herbalife is so much more than the shake. And I have come up with so many excuses as to why I didn't have enough time. And I realized it wasn't about time. It was really that I didn't believe so much in my story, and I didn't believe in the product. And I had to remind myself of why I joined Herbalife. And that was really to help people as Herbalife has helped me. And so if you ask me what changed, it was my head. It was my head space.
Brilliant. So last month was technically the month where you all of a sudden got your customers. So how did you get your customers last month and this month?
Yes, that was very exciting, because I sent out a WhatsApp to friends and family and just really telling them that would you be available to, I've just become a health coach and I need to practice. And it was so amazing how the practice session actually translated into people going on to the 6-day trial. I'm wearing a bigger badge now, and I'm amazed every time at how many people ask me how, just by making the badge bigger. And then also I had my first shake-off.
Lovely, beautiful. So, and how do you approach people? What do you say? Can you give us an example?
Yes, again, I don't approach people. People ask me how, and I look at them and I very politely and enthusiastically say, do you really want to know how? And they laugh. And what I've done now is I take a picture of the two of us. And if the occasion allows for me to present the breakfast challenge right there, I do so, the presentation. And if not, we arrange an appointment for the assessment.
Brilliant, perfect. And how much did you earn in your first month or last month with Herbalife, Taryn?
Okay, in my last month, I earned 1380.
Wow, excellent. Taryn, may I ask, and I hope it's not too personal, did that make a change in or did that help you in one way or another in your personal life?
You asked me that question and I get very emotional because it helped me hugely. I'm a single divorced mom with quite a few financial challenges, and I think I posted on the Team Herbalife how I was able to buy my son's winter uniform. And I think that's what I also love, that it's an instant income, that one doesn't have to wait till the end of the month or wait for a bonus. It's instant. If you do the work, the reward is instant.
Perfect, perfect. Which Herbalife meeting do you attend regular and why, Taryn?
I'd say now the BBS is my favorite. I didn't quite understand the phrase "stay close to the fireplace" until I attended one, and it's really about allowing the energy of those meetings to reignite you, to help you to focus, and it's a perfect place to go to when you're feeling down and you feel like I haven't reached my goals, and it really reminds us of why we've joined. You know, I love what they say on the video, it takes all of us to make each of us successful, and that working together creates the energy and the enthusiasm. And so I go and draw from that energy at those meetings.
Perfect. And how do you manage now the time looking well after your kids? Now you have actually, you tell me always you wear 3 different hats when it comes to business. It's your main job, your full-time job, then the lecturing, and then you're actually also a writer and a Herbalife and a mom, and you have a partner. So how do you manage all of that?
Let me tell you what Herbalife did for me. It magnified my weakness, which was time management. So I had a huge amount of excuses. And Herbalife, because of my passion to make it successful, it's my baby now. It's not just my shake. I actually had to train myself in time management. So it wasn't that I didn't have enough time. It was really that I wasn't using my time wisely. So I set aside Herbalife time, and I make sure that I stick to that time and use it, you know, in a way that is productive.
Beautiful, excellent. What special tips would you give a new member now? Do you have maybe 3 tips for us, what you have learned so far?
Yes, absolutely. It all starts with you. Believe in yourself and your journey. Believe in the reason that Herbalife drew you, and allow your story and your energy to really speak for itself. I think people will not believe you if you don't believe in yourself, and this is really how you attract like-minded people to go on this journey with you. The other thing would be to never give up. Even when a potential client or customer does not respond, do not take things personally. You know, they have their own lives, they have their own timing, they have their own headspace. And I've learned to just continually encourage and send messages. 2 weeks ago, one of my clients said, "Thank you for not giving up on me." And then stay close to that fireplace, because that's where you get the power to really fly.
So stay close and attend the BBS, the HN. This is what you mean with the fireplace, basically.
Yes.
Beautiful. And how does it feel for you to be qualified now for your first recognition and have attended your first recognition at the BBS last month, or this month actually?
Yes, it's indescribable. It's really such a sense of accomplishment and acknowledgement for my hard work. And there's such power in acknowledging people for their efforts, and you know, that it says, "I see you and I appreciate the work that you do." And for those who are not on 35%, I want to say to you that do not feel that your role is insignificant. You have value, and the power that Herbalife uses in recognizing us is so rare, okay? And it just really propels us to want to go to the next level.
So, and what is your next goal?
My next goal is to be active supervisor and to get to the next LDW.
Beautiful, beautiful. Already as a supervisor, you will be qualified for the Leadership Development Weekend, but I like already your thinking. You want to be an active supervisor, not just a supervisor. Brilliant, brilliant. Your mindset is right, because what you can see, you get. And I can give you already a little hint for next Monday's training. Now, you have heard Taryn is big in her main profession in mental health industry, and she lectures psychology part-time. So what she has prepared for next week for us, and not an interview, so it's just Taryn next week, and she will talk about how you can use a crisis to make an opportunity for yourself out of that. And I think in all our lives, there is situations where we have a small or a big crisis, and to learn this from somebody who has the background, what Taryn has, and she knows also about Herbalife, I think this is the most beautiful we can have for next Monday. So in advance already, thank you, Taryn, for the interview, but also thank you for giving your time up for next week and giving us there some special teachings about using a crisis as an opportunity.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited about next week.
Awesome. If you want to dial in with your computer, if not, I'll leave the line like it is, then you can listen to the end of the call. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
So, and I go straight to our Amal. Now, let me see if Amal is there. There is Amal, and I just opened the line now. So, hello Amal.
Hi, hello everybody.
Welcome to the call. Good evening. So Amal has not just done her first month 500 ppv as a minimum. She actually has achieved 3 consecutive months 500 ppv. In her first month in January, after she started as a client in December, she achieved already in January 141 volume points. In February, 513 ppv. In March, 586 ppv. In April, 668 ppv, and still progressing from there. She's full-time, works full-time for the Department of Justice. She is married. She has 2 kids, one 6-year-old son and a 20-month-year-old daughter. And she was introduced to Herbalife via Facebook. She's now 6 kilos down, dropped 1 pen size, incredible skin result. We will share shortly with you guys, not on the call, but I will share the photos with you. So Amal, without any further ado, why did you become a member?
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Hello.
Hello. Hi. Yes. Well, gee whiz, I was so impressed with my results. I just couldn't shut up about this product. I had to tell everyone about it because, I mean, everybody asked me, you know, what are you on? You've lost so much weight, and I mean, you look amazing. So there's so many people out there that are obese or overweight and depressed, and that needs that help, that needs that assistance and that push in the right direction. So that is definitely why I decided to become a member.
You just wanted to help. Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful. But you also told me, secondly, you wanted to have the financial freedom so that you have a better life, basically, for yourself and for your kids.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Living is so high these days, yes.
Yeah. Amal, just tell us how many customers do you have currently?
Okay, currently I've got 12 customers.
And how many people do you have actually on the trial pack?
I've got 5.
Brilliant, brilliant. And you have already 1 member. So tell us, how did you get your first customer?
Okay, my first customer, my sponsor and I did a shake party. And that is how I got my first 5 customers.
Your first 5 customers from the first shake party, actually. Well done. And your sponsor Hashim is actually also on the call, so that's awesome. And how did you get your customers last month? How do you get now your customers?
Okay, last month the badge really worked wonders, and also I had referrals. I had many referrals, so that was a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is your main method now, actually, to get your customers?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I invite them to the HOMs.
This is how you get your members, by inviting them to the HOM.
Yes,
so this is also how your member signed up. And quite interesting, your first member was a customer, then she came to the HOM and signed up then as a member. How often do you need to invite her to come to the HOM?
About 3 times. About 3 times.
So be patient with your people. They might not come the first time and not the second time, but finally they come.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
By the way, on the photos, you can see now her skin result. On the left side, You see the photo with the kids. This was her skin before. And you see after using our amazing skin products, how her skin also developed. Amal, how do you approach the people? What do you say? Can you give us an example?
Okay. The hello, how are you today is a definite yes. It automatically just makes people feel comfortable and open to actually speak to you. So, yeah, everything just flows from there. I then ask, when they ask me how, I would ask them, you know, what they had for breakfast, and then everything would just flow from there. Do a quick presentation if they have time. If they don't have time, they take my number, we swap numbers and work from there.
So do you have always the presentation with you if they would like to learn immediately about it?
Yes, it's always on my phone in a folder.
Okay, always. Brilliant, brilliant. Yes. And you share all the success stories then with them?
Yes, I've got a special folder for that. So I'm always browsing through the phone and showing them different success.
Okay. And how much did you earn in your first month and in your last month now?
Okay, January, I earned 645 Rand 35 cents. And last month I earned 2,020 Rand and 12 cents.
Wow, awesome. Does that make a difference in your family budget?
Absolutely, it does. It fills the holes.
Beautiful. So which Herbalife meeting do you attend regular and why?
Okay, from time to time I attend the Mitchell's Plain HOM and then the Belleville one as well. And I need those meetings. I need those training sessions to equip me with the tools that I need to carry on. So it's vital that we attend these meetings, that we stay close to the fire, as Taryn would put it.
Beautiful. And what are your last final 3 tips you want to give to the new members on the call? What have you learned so far? What helped you on your journey to basically get your 3 consecutive months, 500 PPV in order? Because I remember after your first month, you were a little bit insecure. Do I get my second month done? And now it flows all of a sudden. What made the difference for you?
Okay, a wise man once said to always attend as much training as you possibly can. Everything that you learn, apply it and see which methods work best for you. Secondly, always follow up with your clients to build strong and long-lasting relationships with them, even if you just call them to talk about the day. There's something that people will never forget, and that is how special you made them feel. Then thirdly, always apply the 15. Yummy.
I can hear you again, yeah?
Okay. Always apply the 15-10-5-1 rule for success. You'll never go wrong that way. And always ask questions. Always ask your upline if you don't know anything. I think that, you shouldn't be afraid to ask. That is how you'll learn.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
Brilliant. And what is your next goal, Amal?
Whew.
Amal, can you hear me?
Okay. My next goal is to help more people. You're breaking up a little bit.
Just speak.
Hello?
Amal, I can hear you.
Okay, and then, I'm aiming for that LDW, that Leadership Development Weekend in July. And obviously, to get there, I'll need to be a supervisor. So that's my goal.
So you're aiming for supervisor for the LDW. Like everybody on the call, obviously, that's the goal to go. Excellent. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Amal. Thank you so much, Taryn. Thank you very much also, Lamise and Roxana. Thank you so much to Yolanda and Jacqueline. Now, the interview with Yolanda and Jacqueline didn't happen tonight. We are already over time. And I just want to take you through now to the promotion. And we will go back to the interview with Jacqueline and Yolanda just at another time. So don't worry, you get all the information. They have beautiful results up there in Prince Albert. So you must hear that, just not tonight. So what I put out here now already is for all the people in Cape Town. And don't miss out the next Customer Recognition Day and Business Building Seminar on the 3rd of June. Nombasa Maseti Teko is coming. She has qualified in 9 short months to the Active World team. She's not even a year in business and is already globally she's 18 months now in the business. She's global expansion team member. She comes from a very poor background. What she has developed in a very short space of time, this is what she will work through with us on the 3rd of June. It's an opportunity for you to bring your clients along. It's an opportunity to bring your members along and obviously also to learn for yourself. If you are not in Cape Town, then you find out what is your business building seminar in your region, and you will find out where to get there, how to get there, because you don't want to miss the fireplace. The Leadership Development Weekend for Joburg, write it in your diary, is the 21st till the 23rd of July. For Cape Town, 28th till the 30th of July. I think I had a mix-up there with the dates, the recent presentation, so just put that in your diary. So lots of time to still qualify. And now I want to introduce you to our promotion, Join the Club 500 Plus. And this is for all the members. And it's a worldwide qualification. So March, if you think that is just for South Africa, now it's also for Canada. I see Lillian on the call. Lillian, if you think this is just for South Africa, no, it's also for Germany. And it's a promotion for our team. So basically from the month of May, when you achieve every single month your minimum of 500 PPV, you're on a members level, not supervisor yet, this is what you can get. So with your first month 500 PPV, you obviously reach the level of a senior consultant, but you also get the big badge. So each one of you who achieves this month the 500 PPV gets the big badge. Second month, it's getting more interesting. So if you have your second month 500 PPV and one new member on board, you get the refund of your BBS ticket for you and for your new team member. The only proof you must bring, make a Facebook post, make a picture with the guest speaker. Your third month, the 500 PPV, you get your branded NutriBullet blender from Herbalife. But now it becomes more interesting. You do your fourth month 500 PPV. And it doesn't matter if you became supervisor in the meantime. If you got started in May on a members level and you do your fourth month, then 500 PPV and have now 2 members in your team, you get a set of 200 business cards, obviously with your name and your telephone number. And then the 5th month, if you reach the 5th month and you have now 5 months 500 PPV and you have 4 members in your team, you get either branded car sign boards. If you don't have a card, you can also choose the branded cooler bag. You have the choice. And then the 6th month is actually the hottest item. 6 months consecutive 500 PPV. In the meantime, you have 6 members in your team. You get a branded Herbalife outdoor jacket. So how cool is that? I hope you like that promotion. I will send it out on the team chat. Print it for yourself. Get it into your daily method of operation. Just go for everything. It's really worth it. And obviously for each new member you get on board, the same qualification applies. So it's an ongoing promotion for your new members as well. Next Monday webinar, we have the webinar Crisis Equals Opportunity. So don't miss out, put it already in your diary. Our brand new senior consultant, Taryn, with background in psychology and mental health, will take us through that presentation. And then obviously we have on Wednesday our HRM webinar where you can invite guests for it. We will present our Herbalife opportunity on a webinar like this on Wednesday evening. And on Wednesday, we have our monthly supervisor call. Only once a month, we have a supervisor call. This is happening on Wednesday, 8:45. And you don't want to miss out the newest supervisor promotion. Nobody knows about it. I will share with you on Wednesday. So without any further ado, I must say goodbye and good night because it's almost more than over time, and I apologize myself that we took longer than usual. I hope you get some, or I know you got some valuable information from our awesome team partners tonight. So again, thank you to everybody who was here on the call tonight, and especially to our interview partners, Taryn, Yolanda, Lamise, and also Amal. Thank you so much for your time and for your effort in preparation. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Well done.
Bye.